Hi, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Shari Soelberg, and I am an owner of a global business educating others on the power of essential oils and the best way to get them into their homes. I have been married to my sweetheart for 36 years today, actually, and we have 5 children. I love to cycle and hike and love living nestled against the mountains of the Wasatch Front in Utah. I began my journey with essential oils after a pretty long battle with an aggressive form of cancer. And I have to be honest, I was not raised holistically, and I was somewhat resistant and skeptical about the power of essential oils. But I was given a bottle of doTERRA's On Guard blend, which is their immune support blend, as I had to head back to work. After all my cancer treatments, my white blood count was very low, and it was winter, and I was told if I used this oil, it would help me to support my immune system. And honestly, the reason I used it is because it smelled good. It smelled like cinnamon and cloves, and my mom used to boil that on the stove at home, and so it reminded me of her, and so I used it. But what was interesting is that as I got to the end of that winter season, I recognized that I actually had stayed well, as many of my coworkers had been very ill. And that was curious to me, considering where my white blood count was. And so I began researching and investigating and experimenting and seeing how these could be a blessing to my family. And that's what's brought me here today, where I now educate others on the power of essential oils, because they have been such a blessing to me. I think especially after cancer, I love having a natural solution I can turn to as my first line of defense to take care of most of our family health needs. And that is really powerful and empowering to me. So why did I choose doTERRA? It's actually one of the leading essential oil distributors in the world. And we work with families to use natural solutions for their everyday life. Women and men turn to us when they're not receiving the results they were hoping for with their current approach to health, and they're tired of the chemical-laden products they're using. They're overwhelmed by the amount of natural options, and they just don't have time to research it all. And they really just desire to have more energy for the things they love without the side effects of stimulants, and want to know how to increase the overall quality of life for their family. And doTERRA offers a full line of essential oil and kits and other products to support all of those family health goals. One thing that makes them unique is that they have created a quality standard that's far above the industry norm. Their oils contain no fillers, no contaminants, no artificial ingredients, and no dilution. The plants are grown where they thrive best, and the oils go through 5 levels of the strictest testing to ensure purity and potency. So doTERRA will not sell an oil that does not meet their strict standards, and that shows me their integrity. And it means that when you see a doTERRA label, you can be confident you'll see the highest health benefits. That is something I can really stand behind. As well as I love the impact that doTERRA is making globally, as they intentionally choose partners to source with and create an industry that uplifts and instills hope in farming communities around the world. And they call this process co-impact sourcing. So to give you just a little idea of one country they have impacted, in the heat-soaked lands of Haiti, tens of thousands of small-scale farmers work diligently to provide food for themselves and their families. However, these local artisans are often paid inconsistently or unfairly for their work and are forced to live in a life of poverty, even though they work very hard. By bringing the doTERRA vetiver initiative to Haiti, doTERRA was able to grow vetiver in its optimal environment, and this is what's important to me, provide these skilled farmers with a sustainable stream of income for their hard work in the vetiver fields. The co-impact sourcing is helping these local artisans provide for their families, obtain sustainable jobs, and actually have some hope for the future. And Haiti is just one of the many co-impact sourcing communities that doTERRA is helping worldwide. So when you buy a product from doTERRA, you're not only receiving an extraordinary product, but you also become part of that co-impact sourcing movement that's blessing and changing lives around the world. And that is important to me. You know, Eric Worre is one of my favorite, who talks about network marketing as a business and a benefit. And I love this quote. He says, "Most people set goals to get. There is a better way. Instead, try setting your goals based on personal growth and contribution to others." And that's what I love about building a business with doTERRA, is that it becomes about being able to bless the lives of others as you educate them and empower them to use natural solutions for themselves. He also says there will always be a good reason to quit and always be a good reason to keep going. Decide what kind of person you're going to be. So network marketing is a vehicle that I underestimated the power of when I began. I began because I found that the oils made a difference for myself and my family. And as I've grown this business and come to understand the power of the vehicle that network marketing is, I'm so grateful to have aligned myself with it. It allows me to meet with people one-on-one. It allows me freedom that I never experienced in my corporate jobs. I recently just had surgery on both feet, and it was 4 months of being down. There is no way I could have taken that kind of time off when I was working in my stressful corporate job. And yet I had the flexibility with my business to be able to take time to heal and also be able to run my business. And it gives me time to be with my family and do the things that are really important to me. You know, I wouldn't wish a cancer diagnosis on anyone, but I am grateful that mine caused me to be more open to natural solutions. Now it's my life passion to share my knowledge and power of essential oils to help others live a healthy, fulfilling life through education and mentorship. So I would ask you a question. How serious are you about taking control of your health? If you are serious, I'd love to help you begin your journey towards a stronger, healthy life. And I also didn't realize when I started on this journey how I would be truly changing my family forever, and what a profound shift it would bring in our health and wellness, but also in our financial future. And I love being engaged in something that aligns so closely with my life purpose and mission, which is to help people recognize their gifts and live a life that is fulfilling with greater joy and optimism. So I ask you to consider the same question. How serious are you about taking control of your financial future? How will your life be different if you don't take a step into the unknown a bit and see how your life can be blessed? Jeff Olson says, everything is always in motion. Every day, every moment, your life path is either curving upward or curving downward. Growing up, we heard 5 times as many no's as yeses. Life has a downward pull. People on the success curve live in responsibility. People on the failure curve live in blame. People on the success curve are pulled by the future. People on the failure curve are pulled by the past. No matter where you are, at any moment, you can choose to step onto the success curve. So I'd like you to consider that as you listen to our podcasts. The opportunity I have to mentor others in growing their own business is one of the most fulfilling things I have done. I love learning about others' strengths as well as understanding my own and how we can each uniquely impact the world. I deeply care about others and I can see their potential. I love knowing and feeling deep connections. I'm driven by guiding principles and set high standards in my life based on those values. These strengths have been invaluable in growing this global business through network marketing. And I find it a beautiful challenge to help others recognize their strengths and how they can use those to bless the world. So if you're looking for an opportunity that will stretch you in ways you never thought possible and also help you achieve a life that's fulfilling and makes an impact, then reach out to me and let's begin your journey together. If you're here listening with us because you've already begun a journey to a more natural lifestyle and sharing that with others, I hope that you find inspiration and direction in our podcast conversations. I'm really grateful that you have joined us.